Could the number 9 draft pick be the missing puzzle piece that finally solves Masai Ujiri's long-term vision for this franchise? We've just witnessed the basketball gods deliver their verdict through the latest mock drafts. And let me tell you, the most intriguing prospect emerging for Toronto might possess exactly what this roster has been desperately craving since a certain departure to New York. The cosmic forces of draft destiny seem determined to test our front office's legendary talent evaluation skills with this mysterious Arizona wing whose otherworldly physical measurements and shooting mechanics suggest he might possess that rare, perfect role player gene that transforms championship rosters. I'm about to reveal the shocking developmental trajectory that most draft analysts are completely missing about this prospect. What's up, Raptors Nation? Quick Court coming in hot with another deep dive for all you basketball junkies out there. Hope you're all crushing it today, rocking that red and black, ready to get your draft analysis fix. How exactly does an under-the-radar freshman from Arizona fit into the master reconstruction plan that Masai and the front office have been quietly assembling around Scotty Barnes? Drop your predictions down in the comments right now, because I've been studying the film and connecting dots that nobody is talking about yet. Seriously, stick around until the end, because I'm about to break down a development pattern that will absolutely blow your mind about how this wing prospect could transform our spacing and defensive identity. The name Carter Bryant might not ring bells like some lottery darlings, but this Arizona freshman is generating serious buzz as Toronto's potential target at pick number 9. Here's what's fascinating. Bryant didn't stuff the stat sheet as a freshman averaging just 6.5 points and 4.1 rebounds in 19 minutes per game. But sometimes the most impactful NBA players aren't the college superstars. They're the guys with perfect measurables and skill sets that translate beautifully to professional basketball. What do you think matters more, college production or NBA projection tools? Because Bryant's combined measurements tell a completely different story than his freshman statistics. Standing 6'7" with a massive 7-foot wingspan, this kid has the exact physical profile that Masai Ujiri has been obsessed with throughout his tenure. We're talking about a player who can legitimately guard positions 1 through 4, contest shots without fouling, and move laterally with guards while having the length to bother forwards. The Ringer's latest mock draft has Bryant landing in Toronto, and honestly, it makes perfect sense when you analyze what this roster desperately needs. Remember the void left by OG Anunoby's departure. We've been searching for that ideal 3-and-D wing who can space the floor and switch defensively. Bryant shot an impressive 37% from 3-point range at Arizona with mechanics that NBA shooting coaches dream about. Compact release, consistent form, and the basketball IQ to navigate off-ball actions. But here's where it gets really interesting. And make sure you smash that subscribe button if you're loving this breakdown. Bryant's skill set perfectly complements our core pieces. Imagine the floor spacing he'd provide for Scotty Barnes and Emmanuel Quickley. Those high-usage playmakers need teammates who can knock down open shots and make smart cuts. And Bryant does exactly that without demanding touches. Now, I'll be completely honest with you, because that's what we do here at Quick Court. There are legitimate concerns about Bryant's offensive ceiling. His 69.5% free throw shooting raises questions about his three-point consistency. And he wasn't asked to create much off the dribble at Arizona. He's not going to be your primary scorer or isolation threat. Do you think role players can be game changers in today's NBA? Because Bryant represents something really valuable, a plug-and-play contributor who knows his role and executes it at a high level. He cuts hard, runs the floor in transition, makes quick decisions with the basketball, and most importantly, plays winning basketball without needing the spotlight. J. Kyle Mann from The Ringer perfectly captured why Bryant feels like such an on-brand Masai Ujiri selection, calling him someone who would have slotted in perfectly with the funky post-title teams of the past few years that were loaded with long-limbed defensive terrors. That's exactly the DNA this organization has always valued. Length, versatility, basketball IQ, and the willingness to sacrifice individual stats for team success. The defensive upside alone makes Bryant worth consideration at 9. In today's Switch-heavy NBA, having a wing who can credibly guard multiple positions is incredibly valuable. Bryant contests shots without fouling, recovers well on rotations, and has the lateral quickness to stay with quicker guards while possessing the length to challenge forwards. What excites me most about this potential selection is how it aligns with Toronto's patient rebuilding approach. Bryant isn't a project who needs years of development. He's someone who could contribute meaningful minutes as a rookie while having the upside to grow into a dependable two-way player. That's exactly what rebuilding teams should target in the lottery. If you're still watching, drop a fire emoji in the comments because we're getting to the best part. The beauty of targeting Bryant at 9 is that it allows Toronto to address multiple needs with one selection. Wing depth, floor spacing, defensive versatility, and championship level intangibles. This kid checks every box that matters for where this franchise is heading. Here's what I think makes this potential pick even more intriguing: Bryant's willingness to play his role without ego. In an era where young players often want to be featured heavily, finding someone who embraces being a complementary piece is rare and valuable. The Raptors need players who can maximize Scottie Barnes' development while contributing to winning. Basketball. The front office has shown incredible patience in their roster construction, and selecting Bryant would demonstrate that same methodical approach. Sometimes the best draft picks aren't the flashiest names. They're the players whose skill sets perfectly fit what your team needs to take the next step. Raptors Nation, what do you think about Carter Bryant as our potential pick at 9? Does his profile excite you, or are you hoping we target someone with higher offensive upside? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this discussion rolling. Don't forget to smash that like button if this breakdown helped you understand why Bryant could be the perfect fit for our rebuild, and make sure you're subscribed with notifications on because we're covering every angle of this draft process. Until next time, keep that Raptors pride strong, and remember, we're building something special in Toronto. Peace out, Raptors Nation!